What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to the final part of our Rengoku the Hashira from Demon Slayer pixel art tutorial. So, where we last left off, we finished up majority of the hairlines. The only thing left to do is the face, and then going into detail on the different shadings that go into the hair. That's going to actually be the hardest part, and it was partially the reason why we didn't have a tutorial for Rengoku in the past. I really didn't want to go over the hair colors, but you know what? Let's do it. So what we're going to do is start on the left side of the face now, where we have I think there's this like L-shaped, sloped-shaped dirt block thing marked out over here. Yeah, right here. So we have this 2 vertical, this single, and then this 10 flat just marked. Let's get rid of those placements real quick, and we can start. So first thing we're going to do is I want you to double check to make sure this is 10 flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And once you've confirmed that it is 10 flat, I want you to put another layer of 10 flat below this. So just double up the layers. Now on your second layer, what we're going to do is starting from the left side, we're going to find the second to last block. So this one right here. And I want you to put 4 pieces of coal underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go down into the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 1 single. Down into the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right, 1 single again. Down into the right, 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to rise up a little bit. So let's put our placement block on top. And we're going to go up into the right, 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. From this 4 flat, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the the second to last block from the right side. So this one right here. And I'm going to put 2 blocks on top, 1, 2, and 1 block below, like so. Then going to the final block, so this one all the way on the right over here, we're just going to put 1 coal below it, like so. Now from this bottom right corner, so this block right here, I want you to go down into the right 6 vertical with your placement blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see it. So it's connected at the diagonal, there's 6 vertical, and it's with your placement blocks. Then from this bottom block and the placement block, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical coal. So 1, 2, just like this. That's going to start the nose. Alright, so everything's touching at a diagonal. You can get rid of those placement blocks right now. And from this 2 vertical, we're going to go up into the right. 1 single from the top block. 1. Let's finish the rest of the mouth before continuing with the eye. Since the mouth is really easy to do, I was going to just only do the starting part, but we can just finish everything. Going back to the 2 vertical we have right here, let's go to the bottom block. And we're going to put 4 placements underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 1 coal. From that 1 coal, we're going to add 1 block to the right. We're then going to go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Let's go to the right block in that 2 flat and put 1 coal underneath. Then we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. From that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the top block in it. And I want you to put 2 placement blocks to the right. Just like this. Then we're going to go up into the right 1 single with coal. And then up into the right 3 flat with coal. 1, 2, 3. And now we have the nostrils done. Let's go back to this left side over here where we have this 2 vertical right here. And I want you to put 5 placement blocks underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this. And then 1 coal underneath that. From that 1 coal, we're going to add an extra block to the right side of it, and then we can delete these placement blocks. Now let's go to the left block right here. We're going to go up into the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Let's clean up our workspace. Up into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. And then finally up into the left 1 single, 1. And that's it for the left side. Let's go to the right side of the 2 flat now. what we're going to do is go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4, 5. From the 5 flat right here, we're going to go to the first block on the left side, and I want you to put 3 placement blocks underneath it. 1, 2, 3, just like that. We can then switch over to our black concrete, and we can put 1 black concrete below it, like so. You can also use coal, but this is kind of like a shade mark on his chin, so maybe just to tell the difference you can use concrete, but you can also use coal, so it doesn't really matter. All right, just so that anybody is confused. Anyways, from this black right here, we're gonna put 1 to the left and 6 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the second to last block on the left side and put a concrete below it. And then we're gonna do the second to last block on the right side and put a concrete below it, like this. And then we're just gonna connect them. Then we're gonna do that again. So second to last block from this side gets 1 below it, and then second to last block from this side gets another below it, and then you just connect them. And there we go. That little shadow mark underneath his chin is complete. So now let's move back up to the 5 flat we had right here with coal. And we're gonna go up into the right 3 flat 3 times in a row. So placement block on the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then let's delete these. Then we're gonna go up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then finally up into the right 1 single. Perfect. Now let me give it a quick save-z. We can go back up to the eyes. Remember, we bridged down into the right to create all of this. All we have to do is go back up now to where we had this chunk right here. And instead, we're going to go to the 2 vertical that we have pointed up. So these 2 right here. And let's go up into the left from it. So let's put our placement block on top. 2 vertical, and we're going to do that 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, that's 4. Perfect. We're then going to go up into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And as you see, it connected back to the chunk we had over here with the 10 flat, except it should have connected to the bottom one. So once you have that, you can see on the right hand camera screen, we do have that thick eyebrow shape completed. Now let's move on to the eyeball. So where we just connected with that 3 flat right here, hopefully you didn't lose track of your place. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put another layer of 3 flat below it. 1, 2, 3, like that. From that new layer of 3 flat, we're gonna go to the left block, and we're gonna go down into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from the block all the way on the right on the 7 flat, we're just going to go up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. As you can see, it met up with the wall right there, so that closed out the shape. And we also have the circle we needed for the eye, so that's perfect. Now what we can do is let's go back to the 7 flat on the bottom we have right here that we just placed right before the singles. And what I want you to do is go to the second to last block on the right side, so this one right here. And we're going to put a placement block on top and then a coal on top of that, like so. From that coal, we're going to put 3 blocks to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks on top, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have this backwards L shape. Then let's go to the top block we just placed, and we're going to put a placement block up there so we can go up and to the left, 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it should have closed out that circle at the diagonal. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I just dropped my phone. Scared the dookie out of me. Thought Thought I broke it for a second there. Okay, let me just check if my phone's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so now that we have this shape, I'm so sorry about that. Let's go to the bottom where we have this awkward 4, because you can see there's diagonals everywhere except for at the bottom. The bottom just connects directly to the right side, but that's fine. What I want you to do is we're going to count over 1 block from the end, so right here, just the second block, I guess. And we're going to put a coal on top. Then I want you to put a placement block in the center. And let's put a coal on top, to the left, and to the right of that placement block, and then delete it. Perfect. So now we have everything for this eye done. Let's go above now. Let's go straight up to where we have this bridging, I guess. You can see the chunk connected over here to the 3 flat. This is a nice place to continue at. And then you can see it has the 2 flat and then the single, just to kind of help you understand where we're working at. Let's go to the single, actually, so it's easier for everybody to work with. And from that single, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single with dirt or placement block. Then up and to the right 1 coal, like this. And that's going to be the start of our eyebrow. So from that eyebrow, what I want you to do is go down and to the right 3 more singles. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right 2 vertical. Down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 vertical again. Placement block 1, 2. And then finally down and to the right 1 single. Perfect. Now the thing does kind of double up and layer up over here, so let's actually just go to the top part and work from the other end of the singles we placed. So instead of going down and to the right, let's go all the way back up to this top single, and we're going to be going up and to the left now. So placement block on top or to the left side, and let's go up and to the left 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Up and to the left 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. Perfect. And from those 3 sets of 2 flat, let's go to this top one, or this one all the way on the left. And I want you to find the left block, and let's put 1 coal on top. From there, we're going to copy this shape again, this L shape. We're just going to go up into the left 2 flat from this top block. 1, 2. And then we're going to put 1 coal on top of the left block. So you can see we just have it back to back, the same exact shape. From there, we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical 3 times in a row. So placement block on top or to the left side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And it's really, really close to the wall here. It should be 1 away. That's a good sign that you're doing it correctly. What we're going to do now is go to this middle set of 2 verticals. So this one right here, or I guess the second to last one. And we're going to double up the layer by adding an extra single to the right. 1, 1 of each of these blocks. From those extra singles, we're going to go to the bottom block and go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2, just like that. You can see it connected though. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 3 vertical. So placement block to the right or top side. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I deleted the coal instead of the placement block. That was awkward. Placement block on top, up into the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up into the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is like the top of his spiky part of his eyebrow. So we're done with the 4 vertical. Let's go back to the 5 vertical, and starting from the bottom, we're going to find the second to last and third to last block. So these 2 right here. And we're going to put 1 coal to the right of each of these. 1, 1. From there, we're going to go to the bottom block and go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from the right block into 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath. Then we're going to go down into the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Perfect. From those 6 singles, we're going to follow this next part very carefully. All we're going to do is go to this bottom block right here, and we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single, 1. Down into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row, 1, 2. That's 1, 1, 2. The second one's already there, so that's fine. Then once we have those 2 in a row, there should be a single right here, which we already have. So this is what we placed. We placed the 2 vertical 2 times in a row. The single's already going to be there. So kind of just zoom out so you guys can see what we're working with. We have this single right here that was left here prior. We're just going to add 1 coal to the top of it. And then we're done. If that part was very, very confusing for you, it probably was confusing for me as well. Let me just zoom out so you can see what it's supposed to look like. And just know that if you accidentally placed an extra block, you are probably fine. You can't tell the difference. As long as this big chunk over here was good, just meeting back up over here, it's not really that big of a deal. Anyways, now that I've zoomed out that much, or let me just move my cursor off of it, pause it, and make sure you guys it looks exactly like this. Well, let's go to the right side. We have some placement over on the right side where we had the 4 flat and the 1 single marked. And we can delete those placement blocks now and work with those. So going to the left of the 4 flat right here, we're going to go down into the left 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And from the 3 flat, what we're going to do is from the middle block, we're going to put 1 below and 2 on top. 1, 2. And from the the final block, not the bottom block. The final block, this one on the left side, we're going to add an extra coal underneath it. Now let's go to that 2 vertical we added to the top right here. And we're going to go up and to the right from it. So place a block on top or to the right side. And we're going to do 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. From there, we're going to go up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. From the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to add 1 to the right. We're then going to go up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 15 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And from that 15 flat, we're going to go to the final block right here on the right side. And we're going to put 1 coal underneath it. But we're also going to go from that final block and go up into the right 2 flat. So placing block to the top or right side. 1, 2. From that 2 flat, we're going to go up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And then we can backtrack a bit to the end of that 15 flat where we put the 1 underneath. So from this 1 underneath, we're going to go down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 3 vertical. So place a block underneath. 1, 2, 3. Down to left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down to left 1 single. And then down to left 2 flat. 1, 2. Perfect. So now that we have this shape for the eye done, we can go back up to the top part where we had this 3 flat over here. So in this top left corner, we had the 3 flat right next to the single and the 15 flat. And all we're going to do is we're going to go to the 3 flat and we're going to add 6 more coal to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. So we're just building the circle eye shape. If you're wondering what we're doing, it's exactly similar to the left side. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down to left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it's time to bring it back up. Let's put a placement block at the end and go up into the left 1 single. And then up into the left 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Now we're one more step away from completing the eyeball right here. We're just going to go up and to the right. 2 singles. 1, 2, and that connects to the wall perfectly. From those 2 singles, what we can do is actually go to this first one. So this one, the bottom right here. And we can go down and to the right, 1 placement block, like so. And then down and to the right, 1 coal. From that 1 coal, we can start working on the pupil. Let's go down and to the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the bottom block into 4 vertical, we're going to add 4 more pieces of coal to the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to go up into the right 4 vertical from the end there. So put your placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to close this shape off by going to the top block right here, putting down our placement block and going up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we have this shape. From that inner shape now, what we can do is we can go to this single in the top left corner right here. And we can go down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2, just like that. Then from this bottom single, we can go down into the left 1 single again. And then up into the left 1 single. So there we go. We created the eyeball. All right. So this thing might look a little bit freaky. It's going to definitely look a lot different once we are finished coloring it. But let's move up to the top so we can do the eyebrow. So if we go up to the top right here where we have this single right here. Let me just kind of show you where it is. We can add 2 placement blocks to the top. 1, 2. And then 1 coal on top of that. From that 1 coal, we can put 1 to the left and 1 to the right, creating this 3 flat. And then we can go to the left side of that 3 flat and we can go down into the left 3 flat. So placement block to the left or bottom side. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally from this bottom block right here, we're just going to go down into left 1 single. So let's put our placement block underneath. 1. Perfect. All right. So now let's go backtrack again to the 3 flat we had over here that was right above the single. And we're going to be going to the right of it now. So we can put a placement block to the top or right side. And we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from the 2 flat, we're going to find the right block right here. And we're going to add an extra coal on top. From there, we can go up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from the right block into 2 flat, we can put 1 coal on top. And from the left block in that 2 flat, we can put 2 coals to the left. 1, 2. So from these, the right side right here where we have this 1 block sticking up, let's go up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Perfect. And then we can backtrack to the left side now where we have this 1 single floating off by itself. And we can put 1 coal underneath it, like so. Then we can go down into the left 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. up and to the left 2 vertical, 1 2. From that 2 vertical, we're going to go to the top block, and we're going to go up and to the right 6 vertical, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then we're going to find the 2 bottom blocks on the 6 vertical, so these 2 right here, and we're going to add an extra code to the left side of each one, 1 1. From the bottom block in that extra code we just added, we're going to go down into the left 2 flat, 1 2. So it just kind of looks like this shape. Sorry, things look all jumbled and stuff, but I'm trying to describe it the best way I can. From the 2 flat, we're going to be going down into the left, so let's put our placement block to the bottom or left side each time. Let's go down into left 1 single, down into left 2 vertical, 1 2, down into left 1 single, down to left 3 flat, 1 2 3, down to left 1 single, down to left 2 flat 2 times in a row, 1 2, 1 2, down to left 3 vertical, 1 2 3. And as you can see, we're really close to just bridging right here. So from the 3 vertical, all we're going to do is go down to left 1 single, down to left 3 vertical again, 1 2 3. And from the bottom block in this 3 vertical, we're going to add an extra single to the bottom, and then a block to the left of that to kind of just thicken up the shape. And there you have it. You are completely done with the face. So now we can move on to the shading parts of this build, which is the most annoying parts ever to do. So yeah, it's going to be a big yikes for me. Let's start with the shading on the jacket first, and then we can move on to the other areas. So for the shading for the jacket, we're going to switch over to, I think I'm going to use coal for the shading, or you can use black concrete. I can't really remember right now. Actually, let's use black concrete, just so that way it's different from the outline. So if you make any mistakes, you will know which one is the shading blocks and which one is not. All right. So do I have any placement blocks down here? No, I do not. That is fine. What we're going to do is go down to the hair right here, right near the button and everything. And let's go to this bottom left corner of the hair where we have this sideways T shape, I guess. So let me just mark it so you can see it. So we have this 2 flat connected to this 4 vertical. All right. Once you're able to find this block, you can look at the right hand camera screen. You can see it's to the left side of the button. Let's go to the top block in that. So right here, and we're going to go up and to the right 1 black concrete. Let me just move my inventory around. Perfect. All right. From that black concrete, we're going to go up and to the left 2 vertical black concrete, 1 2, like so. Then we're going to go back to the single right here, and let's go down and to the right 2 vertical, 1 2, down and to the right 3 vertical, 1 2 3, down and to the right 5 vertical, 1 2 3 4 5. And then hopefully to touch the ground, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical, 1 2, and then down into the right 1 single. Perfect. From that 1 single, we can put 3 placement blocks to the right, so 1 2 3, and then 1 concrete after that. From that newly placed concrete, we can go up into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1 2, that's 1. 1 2, that's 2. Up into the left 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1 2 3, that's 1. 1 2 3, that's 2. Up into the left 5 vertical. 1 2 3 4 5. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1 2. Up into the left 11 vertical. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Up into the right 1 single, and then we're going to bring it back down and hopefully connect it over there. So from that single, let's put our placement block underneath or to the right side, and we're going to go down into the right 6 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down and to the right 3 vertical, and we're going to do that 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, placement block. 1, 2, 3. Let's delete these dirt blocks. Sorry, I didn't even see that was there. Down into the right 2 vertical, and we're going to do that 4 times in a row. So 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then finally, 1, 2, that's 4. Perfect. And then hopefully to meet up with the wall right here, we're just going to go down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now, once you have that shape, you can see we're connected to this block of coal right here. Let's actually count down from where we connect. So we connect right here. We're going to count down 3 more blocks. 1, 2, 3. And on that block, we're going to add 7 blocks to the right. With concrete, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let me just kind of zoom out so you can see. Alright, that should be enough. From that 7 flat, we can go up and to the right from it. So let's put our placement block to the top or right side. And let's go up and to the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right 1 single again. I'm just making sure we're on the right track. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. Up and to the right 6 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just double check that we're in the right spot. Yeah, we should be 1 block above this 2 flat right here. Perfect. From those singles, we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. So placement block on top. 1, 2. Up and to the right 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from there, I guess we can just go up and to the right 2 flat. So place block to the top or right side. 1, 2. And that should connect us to the wall. It's looking good. Now that we have that completed, remember where I mentioned that that 1 single should have lined up with 1 block above that 2 flat? So like right here. What we're going to do is go to that spot, and with this 10 plank below it is what we actually want to work with. So let me just mark it so you can see. Hopefully you can see where we're working at. We're going to go to the 3rd to last block from the left side, so this one right here. And let's put 1 concrete underneath it. Alright, so let's delete these placement blocks and it'll just give you a view of what it should look like. From that 1 concrete, we're going to go down into the left, 5 more singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. 1. Down to left 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down to left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then from this 2 vertical all the way on the bottom right here, if we go to the top block, we can add 1 concrete to the right side. And then we can go up and to the right 5 more singles from it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And as you can see, if you look over on the left side right here, it kind of matches up perfectly with this single right here, so you know you're in the right spot. From there, we can put our placement block to the top or right side and go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. And see, it connects to the wall. So that's it for the shading of the jacket. If we wanted now, we can color this all in. So we would color all of the blocks in here with concrete. And then in the jacket, everything above pretty much would be colored. So we would go up with this. Let me just kind of show you the shape. This would be all black concrete, line by line. And then all of this above that would be black concrete as well. You're gonna probably, I was gonna go over all the coloring with you, but I think I'm only gonna go over the hair coloring. The jacket coloring isn't that hard to mess up. I mean, literally we have it shaped out. So from there, we can actually move on to the hair, which is going to be oh so fun. So for the hair, I want you to let's grab yellow, orange, and red concrete along with our blocks of coal, just so that way as we're doing it, we can color it in. And let's start with the left side and work our way up and then back down to the right side. So starting with the left side of the hair, where we have this little fluffle of hair next to, I guess, the black we just placed. So this little piece right here. Let's go to where we have this corner that's near the single right here. So I'm just kind of, I know I'm bad with the description, guys. I'm sorry, but just try to line your cameras up with me and this should be fine. So we have this single right here with the black concrete. Let's go to the hair or the coal that's to the left over it. So this little part right here. And if you look, we have this one single and then we have these 2 verticals before it starts getting out of hand. Let's go to the 2 verticals we have right here. And what we're going to do is from the top block, or sorry, the top set of 2 verticals. So this one right here, let me just mark it so you can see. We're gonna go to the left side of it. And we're gonna put another set of coal to the left. So 1, 1. And then we're gonna add 6 more blocks to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. From there, we're gonna go to the top and count down to the 3rd and 4th block. So 1, 1. And we're gonna put an extra coal to the left of each of those. 1, 1. Just like that. From those 2 blocks on the side now, let's go to the bottom one right here. And we're gonna put a placement block underneath and go down into left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. 1. Down into left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Let me just zoom out so you can see what we're working with so far. Then we're gonna go down into left 1 single. And from that single, I want you to go to the left block and add an extra coal to the left side. Then we're gonna put 1 below and 2 on top. 1, 2. Perfect. Now let's go to the top block where we just added 2 to the top right here. And I want you to go up and to the right, 4 vertical. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from the second to last block from the top, we're gonna go to the left of it with our coal and put 1 right there. From there, we're gonna go down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 2 single. 1, 2. Down into left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down into left 1 single. And then we're gonna swoop back up now with the hair right here. So we're gonna put our placement block to the top or left side, like so. And we're gonna go up into the left 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then up into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then from that 2 vertical, we're going to kind of jumble it up a little bit by splitting into 2 different directions. The first bit we're going to do is on this top block, we're going to go to the left 1 single, like so. And then up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2, whoops, 2. As you can see, it connected to the wall right there, so that's fine. But let's backtrack a little bit to that 2 vertical again, and except on that top block, instead of going to the left like we did, what we're going to do is we're going to go above it 2 more coal going straight up. 1, 2. From each of those coals we just placed, we are then going to add an extra coal to the right of them. So 1, 1, just like this. Then we're going to go to this top right corner right here. And what I want you to do is we're going to add 1 coal to the top, 1 coal to the right of that, and then 1 coal above that. Perfect. Now that you have that shape, we can actually color this in with red for this part of the hair. So I'm going to time lapse that real quickly, and you guys can just see where the colors are supposed to be done. I'm only doing it for this build, like I told you guys, because the hair is very complicated. So I want to make sure you guys have the hair done perfectly. Alright, so once you're done coloring everything with red right here, you can move on to the next part. Just get this into your camera view as well, or look at the right hand camera screen to make sure you colored it correctly, and we're going to be moving on. So for the next point of shading, what we're going to do is go up and to the left from where where we just did this to this spike in his hair over here. So you can see we have the red bits over here. We're just going to go up and to the left to where we have these 2 spiky parts of his hair, and kind of just go up here. So hopefully you're able to find the general area. I will mark it out for you so you guys can see where we're at on the right hand camera screen. So you can see that on the edge of his hair we have this spike, but then coming inward right here we have this flat with these 2 verticals. So these 2 verticals is where we actually want to work for today. Let's go to the bottom set of 2 right here that's connected to the 1 single. So let me get rid of these extra dirt ones. So find right here. And on this bottom block, we're going to go to the left of it and put 1 coal, like so. From there, we're going to go down into the left, 4 more singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the left, 6 flat, so place some block underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to go to the 3rd from last block, so this one right here, and put an extra coal underneath. And I forgot to get rid of this dirt block. Let's get rid of that. From the extra coal underneath, we're then going to go down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Now let's finish this up. We're just going to go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from the 2 flat, we're going to go to the right block on it and add an extra coal underneath. And then we're going to connect to the shoulder right here by going down into the left 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now for this part, we can actually switch to... actually, can we do it yet? No. We're going to color in another section first before moving on. I was going to color this orange, but there's another piece connected to it that's also orange that I want to do right now real quick. So that's what we're going to do. So if we go back to where we started, where we had the 2 vertical right here, what we can actually do is follow this. So this is the 2 vertical we just built this off of. We can follow this back up to the flat we had up here. So once you find yourself at this 7 flattish that we were built on previously, what I want you to do is, starting from the left side, we're going to find the 4th block over. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this block, we're going to put 1 coal. And that's going to start another segment. What we're building right now is like this orange flap in his hair, and it kind of connects right here, which is why I wanted to do both of them before coloring. Anyways, from that single, we're going to go up and to the right. 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Then from the left block and that top 2 flat, we're going to go to the left side of it and put a placement block so that we can go up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the left 1 single. And then from that single, we're going to put a placement block on top so that we can go up into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it connected to what we already had at that diagonal. So now what we can do is the shape we just built with this double triangle right here, also the little spike we built down there, we can actually color with orange concrete. And if it's hard for you to visualize, don't worry, just follow what I do in the time lapse and it should be fine. Also, this one's a lot easier than the other one because right here is orange as well. So I'll kind of just color everything right here for you, and you can see in the time lapse what to do as well. Alright, so there we are for this little orange segment of the hair. So you can look at the right hand camera screen to make sure yours matches up as well. And we're going to move on to the next segment, which starts a little bit up and to the right in this little patch over here. So as you can see, this little triangle of hair is connected to his face. So if we go to the border of the face where we have this 2 vertical right here that comes after all these singles. So it's like this first little strip right here next to this long strip. Let me just mark it so you can see. This is very hard to describe, so hopefully you guys are able to follow along. Please take your time with this part, guys. I beg of you. It really pains me when you guys tell me you make mistakes because of my bad description. So I'm praying you guys get through this one. Anyways, once you find this 2 vertical right here, you should be good to start. What we're going to do is go to the bottom block in it and put a placement block below so that we can go down into the left 2 vertical with coal. 1, 2. From that coal, we're going to go down into left 1 single. Up into the left 3 vertical. So placement block to the left or top side. 1, 2, 3. From that 3 vertical, we're going to go to the middle block and the bottom block. So these 2 right here. And add an extra coal to the left side. 1, 1. Then from this bottom left corner, we're going to continue from there by putting our placement block underneath so that we can go down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And from that 2 flat, we're going to go to the left block right here. Oh my god. We're going to go to the left block right here and put 2 on top. 1, 2. Perfect. Now let's put our placement block on top so we can go up into the right 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up into the left 9 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then delete this placement block. And then from that 9 vertical, we're going to find a 3rd and 4th block from the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 2 right here. And I want you to put 1 coal to the left of each of them. 1, 1, like so. Then from there, we're going to go down into left 2 vertical from the bottom block. So placement block underneath, 1, 2. As you can see, it connected to what we already had there at the diagonal, so that's perfect. Now we can color in everything below here in red, not below here. It's literally just in this flap we just encased. So I suggest for this part, once again, you just watch as I do the time lapse and then follow along right after. So this is going to be red. Alright, now that we have this red chunk colored in, make sure yours looks exactly like this. You can pause the screen and match them up. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go up and to the left from here where we have this 9 flat right here. You can see it's really close to the red, so it's kind of easy to identify. Let's go up there and mark it out for you guys. That's where our next line is going to be. So what we're going to do from this little 9 flat is we're going to start from the right side, and we're going to find the 4th and 5th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so this block, and 5, so this block. And then the other ones can get unmarked. So the 4th and 5th block. We're going to go to the 4th block first, so the one on the right, and we're going to put 1 coal underneath it, like so. We're then going to go down and to the left 2 singles, 1, 2, down and to the left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. From that 4 flat, we're going to go to the second to last and last block on the right side, and we're going to double up by putting another coal underneath, like so. From those extra coals, we're going to add 4 more to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to this second to last block from the right side and just put 1 coal underneath. From there, we're going to go down into the left 3 singles, 1, 2, 3, and then down into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2, and that should have connected to this piece right here. So if it did, that's perfect. Now what we can also do is go back up to the 9 flat we marked, and instead of the 4th block from the right, we're going to go to the 5th block right here. And what we're going to do with that 5th block is we're going to go up into the, we're going to add a coal to the top of it first. Nearly got ahead of myself there, like so. And then we're going to go up into the right from there, 5 more singles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to go up into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2, up into the right 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, up into the right, how do I want this one to look? Up into the right 8 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can see it's connected right here, so just be very, very careful. And then up into the left 2 vertical, so placement block to the left side, 1, 2. So as you can see, this part's very, really jammed. Hopefully you didn't get too lost there. Your block placement isn't super crucial, but you know, you'd like to have the right build and shape. So let's start coloring now. So this little segment we just did is going to actually be orange. And it's going to be a small segment, just this little curvature right here that's above the red is all orange. The outer line is going to be yellow. We're going to leave all the yellow for last. I want to get all the the orange and red done. So let's go switch to our orange, and I'll time lapse this part for you as well. Alright, so now that we've colored this orange in, you can see this little scoop shape it has. Also pay attention to, as you can see, as the orange goes up, it goes into this vertical canal right here. Don't put the orange over here, because that's part of his yellow hair. As you can see, this connects to this empty part right there. Just want to make sure that there's no overlaps or mistakes. Make sure you guys pause and match these up. From there, what we're going to do is move on to the top section of the hair, which is actually way more complex than everything we've done before. So if you've made it this far, pat yourself on the back, but it's about to get a whole lot more difficult. So from here, what we're going to do is go over to the left side where we have this first spike in the hair. You can see we have this 5 vertical strip right here, and then it connects to a 7 flat at a diagonal. What we want is the 5 vertical, so let's mark it for you guys to see. You can see it's right next to the orange. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're going to do once we find that 5 vertical is we're going to go up into the right from it to start off. So placement block on top of the top block. And we're going to go up into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up into the right 2 vertical 2 more times. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. So now we have 3 of them in a row. From this top one, we're going to go to the top block in it and add an extra coal to the left side. We're then going to put a placement block to the left of that and go down into the left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the left 2 flat now. 1, 2. From the left block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 1 coal on top. We're then going to go up into the right 1 single, As you can see, this is very, very close, but it's fine. This is what it's for, the layers of the hair. The two shades of hair are so close, and just they both are spiky. It's hard to get that shape without them being this close. From that single, we're gonna go up and to the right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 1 single. From that single, we're gonna add an extra block to the top, and then 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. Down into the left 5 flat, so placement block to the left or top side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's a good place to kind of spot check and make sure you did things correctly. The final block in this little 4 flat we just created should end on the 2 vertical, so you can just kind of extend it down. I know these things are lumped up over here, so it's hard to tell if you did it correctly, but as you can see right here, if it's above the 2 vertical right there, then you should be good to go. All right. From this 5 flat, we're gonna go to the middle block right here, so the 3rd block, and we're gonna put 1 coal on top. From that 1 coal on top, we're then gonna go up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 singles. 1, 2. Whoops. 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then from the top block in that 2 vertical, all we're going to do is add 5 more to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be 6 blocks in total. Once you have that 6 flat placed, we're going to go to the left side of it and put a placement block to the left or top side, so we can go up and to the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Then from that 2 flat, we're going to find the right block in it so that we can double back, and we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat from it. 1, 2. Like that, so we just get this spiky shape. Then we're going to go up and to the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the top block or the 4th single, what we're going to do is add an extra coal to the top side of it, like so. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Now let's go to the left block that we just created, like the one to the left we just put. And let's put a placement block to the left or top side, so we can go up into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And then from that 2 flat, we're going to double layer it up. So let's just put an extra coal above each one. So now we have this brick. And once you have that brick, we're going to go to the top left and add 2 extra blocks to the left. 1, 2. And then the top right, we're going to add an extra 5 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. As you see right here, it met up with that diagonal. We could color this section in, but we're really close to another part where we could just kind of fill in. So we might as well just do that. So where we just connected, we should have this single branching out from it right here. All we're going to do with that is we're going to go to the top block in the single where we marked with a placement block right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 blocks, and we mark the 6th block to work with. So what we're going to do with that, sorry about that, is we're going to go above this, so you can remove the placement block, and we're going to go above it and put 1 coal up, like so, to start us off. I know this is very confusing, but hopefully you're able to follow along. So you can see we just connected right here, where we created the 2 to the left and the 5 to the right, and we should have these singles waiting here. Hopefully I did tell you guys to put the placement block there prior, so you guys were on the right spot. But anyways, once you put the placement block there, we only added 1 single to the top, and that's where we're currently at. So from that 1 single to the top, we're gonna put 2 to the left, 1, 2, and 1 to the right. creating this 4 plank. From that 4 plank, we're going to go to the right block, so this one right here, and add an extra coal to the top. And now we have 2 different directions we can build, and we can either go to the left or we can go to the top right here and continue. Both of them are kind of equally time consuming, so let's work with the left first, since the left is, actually no, the left is more time consuming. Let's do the left first just because it's the hardest. So going to this left block we marked, I'm going to put a placement block on this side, and we're going to go up into the left 2 flat, 1, 2, up into the left 3 flat, and we're going to do that 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1, placement block down, 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Then from the end of that second third block, or that second set of 3, we're going to go to the left side and put in coal underneath, like so. From there, we're going to go down into the right 5 singles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then from that 5th single, we're going to go underneath it and put an extra coal, like so. From that extra coal, we're going to put 1 to the right and 1 to the left. Now we're going to work with the left side right here. And let's put a placement block to the top or left side so we can go up into the left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From that 5 flat, we're going to go to the second to last block from the left side, so this one right here. And we're going to put 1 coal underneath it. From that 1 coal underneath, we're going to go down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into the right 2 singles, 1, 2. And from that 2 single, we're going to go to the bottom block in it, put an extra coal below it, like so. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 2 to the right, 1, 2, and 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now let's go to the left side of what we just created. It should be 7 in length. We're going to go down into left 1 single. And from that 1 single, we're going to put an extra coal below it. And from that extra coal, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Then we're going to go to the left block again, and we're going to go up into the left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. Going to the right block into 2 flat, we're going to go underneath it so that we can go down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Sorry for any cars in the background, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I forgot to close my window. But it's kind of hot today, so. Anyways, from here, we're going to go down into the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And finally, 1, 2, that's 3. Then down into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the left 2 flat. Placement block underneath or to the left side. 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From the bottom set of 2 flat right here, we're going to double the layers up and add an extra coal underneath, like so. And from that extra layer below, we're going to add 1 to the left and 2 to the right. 1, 2. So we should have this shape. Gonna just zoom out a tiny bit just to make sure yours looks correct. Alright. Now from this plank we've created, should be 5 in length. We're going to go to the second to last and third to last block from the right side and add an extra coal below it, like so. From this 2 flat, we're going to go to the bottom left corner right here and go down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Then we're going to go to the right block in the bottom set of 2 right here, and we're going to go down into the right 6 flat. So placement block underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From that 6 flat, we're going to go down into the right 5 flat. So placement block again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, we're 1 block away from the wall right here. That's kind of a good indicator that you're in the right spot. But what we're going to do is from the right side of the 5 flat, we're going to find the second to last and third to last block right here. Or I guess you could just say the middle block and 1 to the right of the middle block. And put 1 coal underneath both. Now once you have those 2 flats, you can go to the left block right here and go down into the left 4 flat, and it should connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and yep, it connected to the wall perfectly. So that's good. This doesn't make it any less confusing looking, but at least we got this part of the hair done. You can see it just follows the shape. We'll be going over the colors shortly, but I still have a little bit more to cover. So let's go back up to the top. Or if you remember earlier, we marked off these 2 paths to take. We took the left path and built this whole thing right here, but we could have went to the single or this right side and continued from there. So that's where I actually want to go to from now. All right, going back to that dirt block we marked. Before we continue with it, I want to go down into the right from it, 1 single like this, and mark that as well, so we can come back to that later. We're going to be working with this top block though. So from there, we're going to go up into the left, 2 vertical, 1, 2, up into the left, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, that's 1, place some block to the top or left side, 1, 2, 3, that's 2. From the top 3 vertical, we're going to go to the top block and add 1 coal to the right, like so. We're then going to go down into the right 3 flat, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, that's 2, and then delete all these extra dirt blocks. From that second set of 3 flat, what we're going to do is go to the final block and put 1 coal underneath. Then we're going to go to the middle block and put 1 coal above it, like this. From that 1 coal above, we're going to go up into the left 1 single, up into the right 3 flat, so we're switching directions, 1, 2, 3. Try not to lose track of the block, even though it's touching stuff right now. Down into the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Once again, try not to lose track of the blocks we just placed. And then down into the right 1 single. Perfect. Now we can go back to that right block we just marked, just like a second ago. And we're going to go down into the right from it, 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And we're getting ready to start a big coloring session. So hopefully you guys are up for filling in some blocks. I'm going to time lapse it for you, so even if you want to color last, just know that I'm going to be coloring for a bit soon. Anyways, from here we're going to go down into the right 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From the top set of 2 vertical, we're going to add 1 block to the right. Sorry. Then we're going to go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And then down into the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So it kind of cuts it really close to the build right there. But what we're gonna do now is, you see where we have the 4 singles right here? We're gonna go to the second to last 4 singles, so this one right here close to the bottom. Sorry about all that noise. And then what we're gonna do from this second to last from the bottom one, just kind of zoom out so you can see what we're working with. You can already see that we have this this normal block. Just part of his hair is already there above it. We're gonna go to that and put 2 pieces of coal above it. 1, 2. Then we're gonna go up into the left 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. From that 3 vertical, we're gonna find the top block, and we're gonna do a few things with it. First, we're gonna put an extra block on top, and then 1 to the left of that. Then we're gonna go back to that first block we worked with, and put 1 extra coal to the right. So now we have this shape. From that extra coal to the right, we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 8 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can delete these extra dirt blocks. And then to finish this up, before we start coloring, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then placement block underneath, down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should connect to the hair. So now we're at like a bit of the halfway point. We can actually start coloring. So if we grab the orange and red, there's a couple of sections right here that we just need to color out. So right above here where we finished our orange last time, we're going to color orange again. Then right here is going to get colored orange again. And then this little rift in the hair right here, we're going to leave that gap where those 3 singles are, yellow of course, so we're not touching that. But then we're leaping in orange right here. And then the outer tips over here are going to be red. So even if you didn't understand a word I just said right there, I'm about to color it for you guys. So you guys can pause it when I'm done time-lapsing, and you'll be able to follow along. All right, and we're back. So we got a little bit busy with the coloring. As you can see, there's a lot of sections to go. All the blank spots are yellow, by the way. If you guys want to color them yellow now, you can do it. But I'm leaving all the yellow blank because the red and the orange are the hardest parts. So yeah, if you're wondering why all of this is blank, everything that's not filled in is yellow. Obviously not the face, don't be stupid. But let's get into the next half of his head. Where we left off at the center part of his forehead, we kind of did this 5 vertical right here. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we did this 5 vertical right here that connected to this base. And we're going to use this 5 vertical to kind of find the spot over here where we're going to continue for the other half. So let's go to the top block in it. So this one right here, that's literally right before the 2 vertical. And we're going to put 3 placement blocks to the right side. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then we're going to put a coal after it, and that's going to be our start. So from there, we're going to first go down 5 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should connect. And it's just literally just like the opposite side of what this is, which is why it looks like the same thing. Anyways, then we're going to go back up to the top block and put a placement block on top so that we can go up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then delete this extra dirt block here. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. From the right block in that 2 flat, we're going to go underneath it and put an extra 2 pieces of coal going straight down. Then a placement block underneath that so that we can go down into the left 2 vertical 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. 1, 2, whoops. 2, that's 4. And then down into the left 1 single. Perfect. So, good indicator that you did it correctly is if that single's connected to the other single, kind of just there. I know that's awkward to say, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. So what we connected to technically should have been this 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1 thing that was already here from his hair. So we just built all of this, but we've connected to this at the single. All we're going to do is now follow this path all the way to the top where we have this single right after the 2 flat. And we're going to use that for our next patch. So From that single that's right to the right of the 2 flat, we're going to go down into the right 1 single with coal, like so. Down into the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 vertical, 1, 2. And from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're going to just put 4 more blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, it connected, so that's good to go. Don't lose track of where we connected because we're still going to use some of that. So if you can see, we connected when we put the extra 4 to this little plank now, and then we have this 2 flat just chilling to the right of it. What we can do is from that 2 flat, we can go up into the right and continue another set of 2 flats. So placement block to the top or right side, 1, 2. Up into the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the right 3 flat now. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. And from the left block in that 2 flat, we're going to just put 2 more coals underneath it. Like so. We're then going to go down into the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles. Sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from those 6 singles, if we find the 3rd and 4th block, so this one and this one, all we have to do is connect them by either adding 1 to the bottom of the 3rd block or 1 to the right of the 4th block. So we just connect them like this, creating that backwards L shape. You know, hold the L, fam. That's what the kids say nowadays, right? Okay, that was cringe. I'm sorry, I won't do that again. So from here, there's 2 different pathways we can do. I'm going to start both of them, but then we're going to go and do one. I just want to make sure we have both marked off. So let's go a little bit back to the top right here where we had the 2 flat, and then we added an extra block underneath to the left, like this part right here. It's literally right before the 6 singles, so it's not that hard to get lost. We're going to go to the left block again and put 1 placement block on top, and then 1 coal on top of that. All right. From that 1 coal, we're going to put 2 more blocks to the left, 1, 2, and then we can mark that to come back to it shortly. Like I said, there's 2 paths, and I want to make sure to mark both of them, so that way we don't lose track of one. It happened with the Midoriya pixel art, for example, where I got sidetracked and I forgot to do one side of his freckles. So I want to just make sure I have all the details ironed out, and we can just hit each bullet point. All right. So now what we can do is from the, I think it's from the 6 singles we just placed. Yeah, from the 6 singles going down that we placed, where it connected to this strip right here. So this was the last single, and it connected to this 5 plank we had, just waiting right there. All we want to do is from that 5 plank, we're going to go to the end of it, so on this right side right here. And we're going to go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from that 5 flat, we can mark it. And actually, let's do the 5 flat right here, and then we'll go and finish that one up there first. So instead of marking it, what we can do is go to the first block in it and put 1 coal underneath, and then go down into left 2 singles. 1, 2. And that's it. That's why I just said I'm not marking it, because that was it. All right, we're finished with this part right here. We can go back up to the 3 flat, which is a lot more of a big task. So from the 3 flat, we can go to the left or the right side to work with it. So I'm only going to knock off the middle block because I want to make sure we know that we're coming back to this right side, but we're going to do the left side first. So working from the left side, we're going to go down into the left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then from the 4 flat, what we're going to do is go to the final block and put 1 coal underneath it, and then 1 coal to the left of that. Then going back to the 4 flat again, we're going to start from the right side and find the second to last block, so this one right here, and we're going to put 2 coal on top. 1, 2. From those 2 coal, we're going to find the top block, and we're going to add another block to the right, like so. We're then going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Except this one is special because from the top block in this set, we're going to add another 11 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it should have connected to the wall right here perfectly. Now we can trace this back to the 3 flat, and we're going to work with the right side like we promised. We're going to put a placement block to the top side and go up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. From the last block into 3 flat all the way on the right over here, we're going to put an extra 2 blocks below it. 1, 2, just like that. We're then going to go down into the left 1 single. Down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. We're going to find our way to the top block in that 2 vertical and put an extra 2 coal to the right. 1, 2, just like that. We're then going to go up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block to the right or top side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From there, we're going to go back down into the right 1 single. And then from that single, we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to go down into the left 2 more singles from it. So 1, 2. Then we're going to go to the right side of it and put 3 pieces of coal going to the right. 1, 2, 3. So we have this shape now. From that right side, we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. From the right block in that second set of 2 flat, we're going to put an extra coal underneath it. We're then going to go down into the left 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the second to last single, so this one right here, we're just going to add an extra 4 blocks to the right. Whoops, I messed up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now from there, we can go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from the right block into 2 flat, we're going to put an extra 2 coal underneath. We're then going to go down into left 2 singles. Down to left 2 vertical. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then from that 3 flat, we're going to double layer up by putting an extra coal underneath each of these, like so. And from that new bottom layer, we're going to add an extra coal to the left. And then 3 extra blocks on the right side. 1, 2, 3. From the right side, we're going to go down into the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, I miscounted. Let me redo it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, even I mess up, guys. Then from the left side of that 8 flat, we're going to find a 3rd and 4th block. So this one right here. And we're going to put an extra coal below each of those. And let's put a 3rd block to the right as well. So it's like that. Then we're going to go to this left side right here and go down into left 2 flat. 1, 2. Put another double layer below this 2 flat so we have a brick again. And from this bottom layer, we're going to put 2 to the left. 1, 2. And 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a lot of double layers at this section, but hopefully you guys are able to follow along. We're almost done, guys. So if you've made it this far, just hang in there. From this new whatever we just created, I think this is 8 flat. We're gonna go to the right side and go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Then from the right block in that, we're gonna put an extra coal underneath so that we can go down into the left 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. Down to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. down into left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the 4 flat, we're going to go all the way to the left side over here and put an extra coal underneath. We're then going to go down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into the left 1 single from the left block. So we're not working with the right block, the left block, down to left 1 single. Down into the right 2 flat 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And finally 1, 2, that's 4. Alright. Now let's go to the left block in this final 2 flat. And we're going to go down into the left 2 flat. 1, 2. And then we're going to do another double up layer by adding an extra single below each of these. And from that bottom layer, we're going to put 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Before we continue working with the right side, I want you to put a little marker on the left side, because what we're going to do is put 4 placement blocks to the left now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 coal after that. And we're going to mark that 1 coal to come back to it in a minute. Like literally in a minute, we're going to come right back to it. But we're going to go back to the right side now of this 5 flat. And we're going to go down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to finish this section by going up into the right 3 flat. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it connected. That's perfect. Now, like I said, we're going to come back to the single we placed earlier and work with that. So from that single we placed, we can go up or down from it. I'm going to go up from it first. So first we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And I'm not removing the marker from it so that we can find our way back to it when it's time. From the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put 2 pieces to the right. 1, 2. We're then going to go to the end block right there and put an extra coal on top. And then a coal to the right of that. From that first coal on top right here, we're going to go up into the left 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then from the top block in that 2 vertical, we can put an extra 2 to the right. 1, 2. Like so. We're then going to go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. And from that 2 flat, we're going to put a double layer above it this time. So add an extra coal to the top like so. And then we're going to extend the double layer to the left one and to the right one like so. From this top left corner of the double layer, we're going to go up into the left 3 flat. So placement block to the top or left side. 1, 2, 3. Up into the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then we're going to finish up this shape by going up into the left 1 single and hopefully connecting to this wall right here. So 1. Perfect. Now we can backtrack to that single that I told you I didn't remove the marker from. And what we're going to do from it is we're going to go down into the right 2 more singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then finally down into the right 3 flat, and it should connect again. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Alright, so now let me just zoom out real quick. I think we only have like 2 to 3 more sections to do, so this is actually pretty awesome. I didn't expect it to get this crazy, but here we are. So anyways, where we just connected that 4 flat at, let me just, hopefully you guys didn't lose track of it. If we go down and to the left from it, you should have this long plank with a single right here. That's going to be our next destination. We're only going to be there for a short minute. Hopefully you're able to locate it. It's literally to the top left of the ear. Once you find that section, what I want you to do is start from the bottom and find the 4th and 5th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each of those blocks are going to get 1 to the left. Alright, so hopefully you're able to find this. We literally just built this right here, so it's like down to the left from it. And if you need help, hopefully you can see everything on the right hand camera screen correctly. I would really hate for people to get lost here. Anyways, from there, we're going to go up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. And then from that single, we're going to put 1 to the left. And then 1 below that new block. And that's it. Like literally I just said we're going to be here for just like less than a minute. It's a really, really quick section right there. So really good. Now if we go back to that initial strip we connected to, I think it's 10 in length. We just connected to this to build this. If we look over to the right, you can see these flats coming off of it. All right, if we follow this pattern, we have this 3 flat right here, this 4 flat right here, and then this 6 flat right here. What we want is this 6 flat. All right, if you're able to find this, it's literally to the right of what we just built. Once you locate it, move over to it. But let me get rid of these extra placement blocks. All right, and once you find that 6, what you want to do is we're going to go from the right side and find the 3rd block. So this one right here. And from that 3rd block, we're going to put 3 coals underneath to start. 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to color everything at the ending one last time instead of just coloring the next part in sections, because we're literally almost done. So might as well just do all the coloring for the rest of it in one shot. Anyways, from that 3 vertical, we're going to go down into the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. Down into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into the right, 1 single, 1. Down into the right, 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. And from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the right. But we're also going to put a placement block below it so that we can go down into the left, 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. From the end block on the 7 flat all the way on the left side, we're just going to put 1 coal underneath it. And then a placement block below that. So that we can go down into the right, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into the right, 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Down into the right, 2 singles, 1, 2, and then delete those. Down into the right, 4 flat, 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. Placement block to the right or bottom side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's go back and clean up those extra blocks. Perfect. From that second set of 4 flat, we're going to find the 2 middle blocks, so I just the 2nd and 3rd block, and put an extra coal underneath each of those, like so. Then from the left or the bottom left block right here, we're going to go down into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Down into left 1 single. Down into the right 1 single, so we're switching directions. Down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Down to the right 3 singles, 1, 2, 3. And from that last single, this one all the way on the bottom right here, we're going to do a few things with it. First, we're going to add an extra coal to the right of it, like so. Then we're going to add an extra coal below it, like this. From that extra coal below, we're going to add 2 to the right, 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to put 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3. So if we zoom out, it should look like this. Going to the left side of this new 6 plank we created, so this block right here, we're going to put 1 coal below it. And then down into the right 1 single and connecting us to the full build, like so. Perfect. Now that we're connected to the full build, we can use that full build to connect us to the rest of the shading part. So you can see we put the single right here and it connected us to this flat plank right here. If we go to this block all the way on the right here, just double check. Yeah, if we go to this block all the way on the right here, so we just placed this block, we're just gonna go down into the right past this this coal that was already here. And we can go down into the right 1 single from it, like so, and then continue working. All right. From there, we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then down into the right 1 single, 1, and that should connect us to the frame again. Once we're connected to the frame, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top block of that 2 vertical we just connected to, and we're going to put 1 coal to the right, like so. From that 1 coal to the right, we're going to go down into the right 2 singles, 1, 2, down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row, 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, down into the right 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the second to last and third to last block from that 5 on the right side, we're going to put an extra coal underneath like this. And then we're going to go to the bottom left side of those underneath blocks and go down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2. Perfect. And should have connected us to this single block right here. From that single block, we're going to put 2 coal to the left of it. 1, 2, just like that. We're then going to go down into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into the right 1 single. So you can see it's a lot of repetition. So we have 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. From there, we're going to do 2, 1, 2 again. So we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, 1 single, and then 2 vertical again, just to save us some time. So we just zoom out so you can see it. From this bottom 2 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom block in it. And what I want you to do is add an extra 4 pieces of coal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. From this last coal we just added to the left, we're going to put 1 single below it. And then we're going to go down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. And you just keep putting your placement block on the bottom, it's fine. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row, 1, 2. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. And from the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 coal to the right and 1 coal to the left. And as you can see, that 1 to the left just connected us to the frame, so that was a good point to be at. So we just connected to the original build right here. If we look a little bit up and to the left from it, literally right over here, where you see we have this little block that's connected to nothing, that's where we're going to be going next. So let me just kind of mark it so you can see it on the right hand camera screen, you know what we're working with. It's literally to the left of what we just connected to. It's a little bit up more. That's the best description I can give at the moment. I'm sorry. Anyways, what we're going to do is go to this top left single right here that's connected to nothing. And that's going to be our starting point. So, from that top left single, all we're going to do is put 3 pieces of coal on top. 1, 2, 3, like so. From those 3 pieces of coal, we are then going to go up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the left, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up and to the left, 4 singles now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. Then from that 2 flat, we're going to go to the left block and we're going to put a placement block on top of it. From that placement block, I just want you to put a coal on top and to the left of it. It's going to save you some time. From that top block, we're going to go to the right of it and put 3 extra blocks going to the right. 1, 2, 3, just like that. We're then going to go up into the right 1 single. Up into the left, 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Up into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally up into the left 1 single. 1. All right. From there, now we only have 2 sections left, guys. So hopefully you're hanging on to your underwear or whatever. I don't know what the phrase is. I don't know why I said that. What we're gonna do is we're going to put 3 placement blocks to the left of this final single. So 1, 2, 3. Technically, this coal is in the way. It's fine. Leave it there. 4, 5, 6. All right. You can just count that coal as part of your count. Don't remove it. And then we're going to put a coal on the 7th block, like so. All right. From that 7th block, what we're going to do is we're going to put 1 coal below it, and then 1 coal to the right, like so, creating this L shape. From the bottom right corner right here, we're going to do 2 things. First, we're going to go down into the right, 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what we're also going to do is go below it and add another 6 blocks going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we zoom out, you should have something that looks like this. We're then going to go down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the left 1 single. Up into the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. From the bottom block in that top set of 2 vertical, we're going to go down into the left 2 vertical. Then we're going to go to the top block again, and we're going to go up into the left 3 vertical. So we're just kind of zigzagging for the hair. 1, 2, 3. From that 3 vertical, we're going to go to the second to last and the last block from the bottom. And we're going to put 1 coal to the left of each of those, like so. And then what we're going to do from those new layers we just placed is on the bottom block, we're going to put 4 coal going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the top block, we're going to put a placement block on top or to the left side so that we can go up into the left 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. From that 10, if we go to the top and count down to the 3rd and 4th block, we can put an extra coal to the left of each of those again, like so. We can then go down into left 1 single, down into left 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then down into left 2 flat, 1, 2. From that 2 flat, we're going to go to the left block in it and put 2 coal underneath, and then 10 blocks on top, and this should connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it did, so that's perfect. Alright, where we just created this 10 now, if we look straight down from it, you can see this is the 10 strip we just created. If we literally look straight down from it, we have this plank that's connected to this 1 single right there. Alright, and from that single, we're going to kind of want to work from below it. So let's find the plank and the single first. Let me just mark it for you to see. So you can see literally right below it, we have this shape right here. Alright, once you locate that shape, what I want you to do is find the 8 vertical connected to the bottom left of it. So right here. Let me just remove all the extra placement blocks now. And you can use the right hand camera screen to just kind of see where we're at. We're literally to the right of the collar as well. We have this 8 vertical. You can see we have this 2-1 pattern to the right over here. Hopefully that is enough for you guys to find it. So once you find that pattern, what we're going to do is we're going to count from the top to the 3rd and 4th block. So this, and we're going to put 1 coal to the right of each of those, and that's going to be our start. All right. Once you have those 2 verticals right there, what we're going to do is we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2, and it should have connected to this plank we have right here. Once you connect it to this plank, we're going to go to the bottom of it and put 6 more going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down into left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the second to last block from the bottom, we're going to put 1 coal to the right. And then we're going to go up into the right 3 more singles. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And each of those blocks in that 2 vertical are going to get an extra block to the right side. And now from the top block, or the top right block, we're going to put 2 coal on top. 1, 2. And then we're gonna go below it and we're gonna add another 8 going straight down. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8 going down. Wow, I'm good at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. From here, we're gonna go down into the left 3 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. From the last block in that 3 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. From the block to the right, we're going to go up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 singles again. 1, 2. Up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Placement block on top. Up into the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the top block in that 6 vertical, we're going to put 1 coal to the, not 1 coal, sorry, 1 placement block to the right. And from that placement block, I want you to put 3 coal on top. 1, 2, 3. And also from that placement block, we're going to mirror this 6 vertical over here by adding a single to the right side and putting 5 below it. Like so. It should end exactly where the one to the left just ended. Alright, from the bottom block in that new 6 vertical, we're going to put 1 coal to the right. We're then going to put a placement block to the top or right side so we can go up into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on that 6 vertical, we're going to start from the top and count down 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And on that 3rd block, I want you to go to the right side of it and put 1 coal. We're then going to go down into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Placement block. Down into the right 1 single. Down into the right 2 vertical again. 1, 2. And then finally down into the right 1 single. And that should connect to the wall. Perfect. Now we're going to get into the coloring. There's a lot of coloring to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'll do all the red first since that's the easiest, and then we'll do all the orange. So, you know, stick around for the time lapse. If you guys think you're good at coloring on your own, you can just jump out and you'll be done. But I'm going to go over the coloring of the hair slowly after we're done with each time lapse. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you guys were able to make it this far. All right, and there you have it, folks. So there's all the shading for the chest, the hair completed, and the neck. So make sure you have this completed before you go to the next section where I'm going to go over the full colored build. Once yours looks like this, or just in general like this, you can move on to the next part where we're going to go over the full coloring. But just a general idea, the rest of the hair is going to be yellow, the eyebrows black, the rest of his shirt dark gray. Then we have the whites in the collar and the cloak. It's very simple from here on out. But I'm still gonna go over the finished build, so I'll see you guys in a quick jump cut. Alright guys, we finally made it to the end of the build right here. So in my inventory I have orange concrete, red concrete, brown concrete, gray concrete, oak planks, birch planks, yellow concrete, black concrete, and white concrete. That should be everything you need. So starting from the bottom, we already filled in everything from the last section. So the white concrete is going to be on both shoulders. As you can see, he has this cloak over his Demon Slayer uniform. So on both sides, you can see we have two sections of white to fill in. We already separated the black concrete, and I colored that in the last section. So everything below it is going to be gray. Then we have the button right here that's going to be brown concrete. And as we go up into the collar, we make sure to color that all white. We did the shading on the neck right here already, so everything else below that is going to be the darker shade of skin, which is oak planks for the neck. And then as we go up into the face, we switch into the birch planks exclusively, and then we make sure we have the ear over here with birch planks as well. Don't forget the ear. Then if we move into the eyebrows, we're going to fill that in with black concrete. And then for the eyes, everything outside is going to be white, as you can see, and then the layers go orange, red, and then a white center. That's the same for both eyes. Moving on to the hair, we already did all of the orange and red for the hair, so everything else is going to be yellow concrete, and then you are officially done with the pixel art. So be sure to pause the video if you need to, look at the right hand camera screen and make sure yours is matching up. It should be pretty simple from here on out. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I know this is one of the most difficult pixel arts we've done recently, but I think it'd be worth it if you guys made it to the end. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later.